I'm tired, and I'm going to sleep early tonight. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and I'm not drinking, but I'll drink tomorrow night for Thanksgiving. I'll go to my sister's house and have some turkey and stuff. You know, same old, bro. Alone, you know. You know, whatever. You guys know the deal. I ain't gotta say nothing, man. And then after Thanksgiving, I'm gonna take another day off for drinking. Just every other day, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe take 2 days off. Gotta start doing that, bro. I can't drink every single goddamn night. I'm sorry. I'm breaking myself from that habit. Gotta at least have one night off of drinking to repair and recover, man. Really, it takes like 4 or 5 days to recover from a night of drinking. So you're supposed to drink once every 4 or 5 days, But sometimes you use alcohol to cope, with the situation I'm going through right now, you feel me? I just, focus on this prize, man. Boobs, she's a good looking girl and stuff. I know she liked me, but baby, I'm in the middle of chasing something. So I can't get distracted, you feel me what I'm saying? Not even for a chick, you feel me? Got a lot of regret in the past of getting distracted by women that shit, it wasn't even worth it. Really, was it really worth it getting distracted by a woman that will leave you in the long run anyway? Was it really worth it to put my dreams aside just so I could be with a female that didn't have nothing to do with my dream or my goals or my ambition? Giving up a dream for a woman, it's not worth it. Don't ever do that. Don't ever give up your dreams and your ambition for a female. That's the worst thing a man can do, is to get distracted by a woman when he's supposed to be on that paper chase. And then they wonder why they call him broken dusty, I'm broken dusty because I got distracted chasing you hoes throughout the years. But I can't get distracted now. I gotta take a pill, man. I'm gonna take an allergy pill, man, because my allergies right now, they kicking up dust. Yeah, it's not worth it, bro. Now that I think back, was it really worth giving up chasing the music career or your future music career for a broad that will leave you in the long run? It wasn't worth it. Because now I'm sitting here wishing I would have had stayed focused instead of chasing women and shit, man. You know, as you get older, man, them regrets pile up, man. So then you're like, okay, I won't get distracted no more again. Even with boobs, total distraction. She's not pretty enough or even gorgeous enough to me for me to get distracted at this point. Because where we're going, once we get the bag, we'll have plenty of women, bro. Trust me, you will. You don't have to chase no hoes. They chase you. You feel what I'm saying? So I learned from my past mistakes and, you know, not to repeat them again, you know? You know, because me and boobs, we can get together. We can have nice, erotic sex. And I'll still be in the same spot. Yeah, I got laid, but it's temporary pleasure for sure. You feel what I'm saying? After I get through busting all kinds of nuts with boobs, I'll still be in the same spot. Didn't do nothing productive, bro. You didn't do nothing productive. And here I am, still stuck in that same spot, wishing I would have just stayed on the grind and stayed away from women for a little bit until you take care of your financial situation. Then you could go out and start dating and looking for a mate. You feel what I'm saying? Then you can sit down and have a family, because the finances are taken care of, man. I don't have to chase as hard, you know what I'm saying? Financially, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? The money's coming in by the boatload. You know what I'm saying? Then we can sit down and have a family, man, and do it the right way. What's up, boss? I'm good, man. No drinking tonight, but tomorrow I will. Thanksgiving. I gotta take some Benadryl because my allergies, they kicking my ass. Yeah, Benadryl. This is gonna knock me. Oh shit, there's no more Benadryl. Wow. I needed it too. Judge to reverse guidance from the Trump administration's U.S. Department of Agriculture seeking to either restrict or exclude certain non-citizens who are in the country legally from accessing SNAP food assistance benefits. California will not stand by while families. And he only got one. Wow. Really? The USDA's guidance incorrectly. And nothing for allergies at all. Benefits for certain groups of lawful permanent residents, including those who were granted asylum, admitted into the country as refugees, or taken in as humanitarian parolees. After losing in court again and again, the Trump administration is still trying to find ways to deprive families that are barely scraping by of basic food assistance. I really need that. If Trump doesn't like the law, it's like all the stores are out of the allergies. Aleve where? That's not for allergy. That's pain reliever, fever reducer. That's for when you got a fever or you hurt your ankle or something. Time comes just one day after he and Governor Gavin Newsom announced the Trump administration over its decision to restrict funding by as much as 60% for some continuum of care programs aimed at providing long-term housing for people experiencing. Okay, yeah, we'll look at that. His action is allowed to go forward. Look at that. Shit. Oh yeah, this is good. That's it, man.
974.
That's all I care about is the headlines. And we reached out to several agencies within the Trump administration for their side to all of this, citing pending litigation. They
6,
had no comment, reporting at the state
7,
capitol
8,
late time while
9.
all right, let's jump out. Weather now, taking a live look outside of the Golden Gate Bridge seems somewhat calm.
How much?
74. Thanks.
Thank you, man.
Nice evening.
You too, man.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, brother. I need that, man. Knock me out, too. Thank you. There. Yeah, don't get distracted when you're on that paper chase. You're on that bag chase. Don't fucking get distracted. It's okay to it's okay to get distracted a little bit. I'm not saying stay on the grind 100%, but you need to be at least 90% focused. Like getting distracted for me is like renting a hotel and banging the shit out of boobs. You feel what I'm saying? That would be a distraction, but I would have to only do it once, you know, or twice or whatever, right? I couldn't do it all the time because then I get completely distracted. My money's going toward, you know, a hotel banging boobs when I'm supposed to be out here chasing this bag. I don't want to get too distracted. That's how I was last time. I met my girlfriend when I was on the grind, okay? I was deep in the music. I had all kinds of music equipment and shit like that, you know. Yeah, when I met her, I slowly started getting uninterested in making beats and songs and stuff like that, and I eventually came into her world. I mean, you know, eventually you start, you know, coming around doing what she liked to do instead of doing what you like to do. And I advise all men, stay single in your 20s, build yourself, man. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. You're gonna go without a woman for a little bit until you get things situated with the finances. You know what I'm saying? Stop dating, stop doing all of that. Don't even do it. See, when I go back to the dating world, bro, you feel me? I'll have leverage, I'll have money in the bank, I'll have a nice car, nice place to live. I got myself situated, you feel what I'm saying? Versus going back out there and ain't got nothing to my name but hard dick and bubble gum. And I'm fresh out of gum, you know what I'm saying? You know. What time is it? Okay, it's 6:30. Yeah, I'm gonna knock out early, man. Probably I'll be asleep by 7:30. Wake up around 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. You know what I'm saying? You know, you just gotta make sure you are on point. You are on point with this bag chase. That's most important than getting laid at this point. And I do want to have sex with boobs, bro. I want to have sex with her, man. But it's got to be just only sex, no relationships. And she ain't gonna want to do that. Females don't want to just have sex. They want to, you know. Oh well, I mean nowadays they do that. I take that back. Some females, they just want to have sex and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they find out something wrong about you, find something wrong or find something they don't like about you, and then they ghost you. That's what happened. That was happening to me, man, when I was dating. I couldn't get a girlfriend for nothing in the world, bro. I was pissed off. So I stopped trying to chase women and start chasing this money. You feel what I'm saying? So that way, when I do go back to the dating world, like I said, I have so much leverage and so much power that they can't just toss me away like I'm a piece of garbage. I'll be worth something. And when you're worth something, People are less likely to throw you away into the garbage can. You feel what I'm saying? You know, people are less likely to uh, to to just forget about you just like that. When I seen the baby, right? When I seen the baby have a hard time getting rid of his girlfriend, you know, having a hard time getting her out of his house. You know, that's what I like to see. I like a female. I want her to cling on to me for dear life. You know, because I'm worth something. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't want no female stalking me and shit like that, like sub 5 stalker. But I want to be able to be in the control and be worth something, and you know, a female cling on to me for dear life. You know. Okay, so we got this here. We're gonna go to sleep early tonight. I just got to the spot. You know, like, bitch, hold on. You can't just get rid of me. I'm worth something. You think you're gonna be able to get rid of me? I'm part of the 20% of men. You know. You see what happened with what's her name, man, when she tried to get rid of Tyrese. You feel me? She couldn't just get rid of that man just like that. And when she did, she regretted that shit, bro. Couldn't find another guy to take care of her. You feel what I'm saying? Not like Tyrese. She couldn't find another millionaire like that. And she said, I deeply regretted leaving Tyrese for nothing. Yeah, because he was worth something and your life had upgraded. You know, you too busy, you know, Tyrone's, that you didn't know that this guy was actually worth something. And Chaz and Tyrone's are most of them are broke. Not all of them, but most of them are. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't have to self-improve into a millionaire to get the top tier females. They don't. They get them just based on their looks. That's it. You know? You know, you gotta understand something. You are nothing without that bag. I don't care what nobody say, bro. You ain't a man unless you got the bag, bro. Feel me what I'm saying? You ain't no man unless you got the bag. That bag, that's like your livelihood, bro. That's what's gonna make you a man, bro. You ain't no man unless you got money in your pocket. You broke, bro. You like a little kid, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I made mistakes in the past, you know, and I saw that. Damn, I had my mind on women in my 20s. I should have had my mind mostly on my music. I should have just buried myself in the studio and didn't come out until I got a hit. That's what I should have did. But no, I wanted to be in a relationship. I wanted love and companionship. When you look back, was it really worth it? No. Look at the situation you're in right now. She's gone. She's moved on to another guy. And I couldn't move on to another girl right away. I was struggling. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? She moved on and got a brand new boyfriend months later after we broke up. My ex-girlfriend. And you were still struggling to get a brand new girlfriend. You feel what I'm saying? Was it worth it? Well, was all the money, time, and effort that you put into that relationship, when you look back and you take a look at it, and you take a look at it and see what it is for what it is, was it really, really worth it? No. temporary pleasure don't last long, man. That relationship was temporary pleasure. Yeah, I got laid with her a lot. I banged the shit out of her all the time with no condom on because we were together for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And got all the pleasure out of it, and then you look at your life right now, you're like, God damn, that was not worth it. You feel what I'm saying? Once I get the bag, bro, these females can't just up and leave me like that. You know, she was planning to up and leave me to move the moment we was moving out of the house. 6 months in advance, she chose to leave me because she gave me some advance. She gave me a 6 months advance, talking about she wanted to move from the house. I said okay. I started saving my money and stuff like that, man. But she planned ahead, man. She said, and then once we moved out of the house, we just stopped talking, man. I stopped texting her, I stopped calling her because I'm just tired. I was tired of her. I was tired of her and her fucking goddamn daughter, bro. That was man, that left a bad taste in my mouth. A single mother, especially if the kid is still living in the house, no, thank you. I don't want to raise nobody's rascals. The last single mother I had left a bad taste in my mouth. Matter of fact, every time I dated a single mother, it left a bad taste in my mouth. Just like, okay, I'm done with that. Now get the bag and get the young female to have children with, man. You know, start your own legacy. Fuck that shit, bro. And the bag will be so powerful that I can get younger females a lot easier to bear my children. You feel what I'm saying? You know, they're more likely to bear your children and shit. You feel me? And that's what you need to do right now. You need to focus on the bag and then come back better than ever. When little Seven see me pull up in that brand new Porsche and I got shit going on, you feel what I'm saying? She gon' change her tune about me, man. You know, all of a sudden she might become interested. I'm like, oh no, little Seven, you too small, you too short. You know what I'm saying? I'll bang the shit out of you, but you ain't no long-term girl, man. Nobody wants short children. Boobs is taller than you. Boobs, she height mog you by two inches or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know. And Boobs she's a good girl, man. She passed by every morning just to say hi to me, man. It makes a man feel good. You know what I'm saying? You know, it makes me feel good. It makes me stop drinking so much. You know, it makes me chase the bag a lot more. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, hell, if I get the bag and Boobs is still interested, I'll take her to Vegas, blow her back out in that hotel, take her shopping, buy her some nice gifts. You know what I'm saying? Take care of her. You know, doing the trick daddy stuff. You feel me? Doing the sugar daddy shit. God, she's half my age. You know what I'm saying? She's early 20s. I'm mid 40s. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of hard to come by. You feel me? For a 45-year-old man to pull a 22-year-old female, that's something hard right there, boy. That let me know that I'm still good looking. But I'm not good looking enough for the Stacys and the Keishas. You feel what I'm saying? I'm good looking enough for Boobs. I'm good looking enough for the Blight girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm good looking enough for Shorty Pants. And I was good enough for Shorty Pants Part 2, but she lost interest, I could tell. After a while, they'll be interested in you. They'll be looking at you every time they come out from the corner. I noticed that, man. I noticed when a woman is interested, they keep making eye contact, they keep looking at you. Like Shorty Pants Part 2, when she first started working there, and we met at the cashier, we was talking. She gave me some extra talk and stuff. And then when she used to come out on her bathroom break, she constantly making eye contact, looking at me, saying hello, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you know, and then coming out when she straightened up the chairs and shit, you know, she constantly looking at me, giving me some action and shit. And after a while, that stopped. You know, I guess she lost interest or whatever. But I'm used to that, man. Shorty Pants Part 1, she still says hello to me, man. She's older. She's like a 4 in the face. She got a nice body. Shorty Pants Part 1, you know, she got a nice body. I seen it. She wears tight pants. Like goddamn, she looked good in a swimsuit. She would look good in a swimsuit. She would, but her legs are too goddamn short. The broad is like she like 5'1", 5'2", somewhere around there, man. You know what I'm saying? She's not 5'5". So what's up with it, Hawkins? You know what I'm saying? But I can't be dating when I'm focused on this money, on this bag. You feel what I'm saying? I can't date. I'm sorry, guys. You want me to go date boobs? We can't do that. Now we can hook up and have some erotic, nasty, freak nasty sex, but that's all it's gonna be, man. My eyes are too focused on this prize, man. Yeah, keep your eyes on the prize. You feel what I'm saying? You know, that's what you got to do in this lifetime. This lifetime, you got to stay focused. There's a bigger prize, you know, at the end of the rainbow. You know, there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, bro. She just a few pieces of gold. We trying to get to the bigger pot of gold. You feel what I'm saying? The pot so big, it's like a motherfucking swimming pool full of gold. I would never trade in like a pot of gold that's as big as a swimming pool for only a few pieces of gold. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like boobs, she just a few pieces of gold. I'm trying to get to the bigger pot where I got plenty of gold. You feel me? I got an infinite amount of gold. Can you imagine a big ass swimming pool full of gold pieces? Man, I'm trying to get to that one. Forget them little tiny pieces of gold, man. It ain't gonna last very long. Once you take it to the pawn shop, you feel me? You know, pawn that shit or sell it, it's over with, you know? But if we got a swimming pool full of gold, that shit will last for a very long time. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Long term, you know, long-term pleasure, not short-term pleasure. I did that before. That's what keeps motherfuckers broke. You know what I'm saying? That short-term pleasure bullshit is what keeps people broke. It keeps you on that hamster wheel running for years at a time. You feel what I'm saying? You know. Happy Thanksgiving, man. What's up with it, Beetle B? You feel what I'm saying? I want that long-term shit, bro. Something's gonna last me until my death, you know. That's what I'm looking for. A quick nut, bro, that ain't nothing. I took females to the hotel back in my day, man, when I was out there dating. I was banging their fucking brains out, you know, but that was only a quick nut, bro. That was it. It didn't last for very long. If I get the money, I'll be busting many nuts for years to come. That's what I'm talking about. When you got the money situated, when you got the bag, you're gonna have an endless amount of sex. Think about Diddy, bro. Motherfucking endless amount of sex, okay? An endless for many. Okay, I'm back. Okay, my main point was my shit started buffering for no reason. I don't know why. But my main point was when you're broke, when you're struggling, and you're trying to get coochie, and you're getting nibbles of coochie, you feel what I'm saying? You're getting, you know, just nibbles and bites of sex. You know, you're getting a little bit at a time. You get the money, bro, you'll have an endless amount of sex with beautiful women for the rest of your life. That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Fuck the short-term pleasure, bro. Like, I want an endless amount of sex. I want what Diddy had. Freak offs. Having all kinds of crazy butt-naked sex with females and never ever running out of pussy. You feel what I'm saying? An endless amount of pussy versus only a little bit or a taste of pussy. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of pieces of pussy. You know, you get a little nibble here and there. You know what I'm saying? Nibble. You know that meaning nibbles like you're finding a girl once a month, once every 2 months to have sex with, and you go droughts. You might go like 4 or 5 months without a girl, or at the least you might go 1 or 2 months without a girl. You feel me? And I don't want to do that. I want to where like I got sex on demand. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? Where I could like press a button and get some sex. I said this before. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to be at the bottom nibbling. You feel what I'm saying? Like a little rat on a piece of cheese. You feel me? I don't want to do that. You know? I want to get it where I want to put myself in a situation where I can say, you know what? I want some sex. Baby, turn over. Let's go. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the situation I want to be in. I don't want to be like, God damn, I just lost a girlfriend. It's going to take me 2 or 3 months to find another one. Nope. I want to be in a situation where I'm just like, coochie is right there in front of me at all times. I got a poon on the side on what's up with it, Joey Finglish? I got a piece of poon, you feel me? On the side of me at all times. I'm not hungry or starving for sex, or I'm not, you feel me? I'm not desperate for companionship with a woman. I want to be in a situation where I'm like the celebrities, where they got instant access to sex without struggle. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to be in a situation where I'm hurting and I'm at the mercy of females. You feel me? I'm at the mercy. Like, forget all that, bro. I don't want to be in that situation. You know? I want to be in a situation where I have the power. I want to be in a situation where I got an endless amount of sex instead of just having a few. You know what I mean? Like getting laid here and there. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow night. We go out to a bar or club, just hunting for coochie and hoping to come up on one night. You feel what I'm saying? I'm done with that lifestyle, man. I'm done with that. And that's why I keep chasing the bag, because once you get the bag, bro, no more struggling for coochie ever again. I got a fine woman on my arm. If I lose her, I can replace her easily with no struggle at all. That's the situation that you gotta be in, bro. You know what I mean? And the struggle for money and power, it goes on, man. There's no end to it, man. You'll be chasing that bag until the day that you die. Because once you get a bag, you're gonna want another. And then another. And then another. It never stops. You feel me? You know. And that's why you gotta make sure you stay on that grind. No matter what happening, keep chasing the bag at all costs. You feel what I'm saying? You know, keep chasing the money, keep chasing the bag. Don't ever stop. Keep going and keep going and keep going. You know, because some guys don't understand that. You know, I think my lips. I need some chapstick. Shit. My lips are all dry and shit because of the weather. But some guys don't understand that you got to go the long route to get the bag, and then you can't afford to fail. That's another thing I wanted to talk about, man. Is some guys can't afford to just tuck their tail in and run away from chasing the bag. Some guys can't afford to do that. You think I can afford to turn around and stop chasing the bag? No. I got to keep going forward until I get it. See what I'm saying? I got to keep going. I got to keep going until I get it. Because if I stay in this situation, you know, you feel me? And then I'm thinking about having children in the future once I get the bag. You feel what I'm saying? You know, messing around with females, man. If you fuck a female, you know, if you fuck her more than once or twice, you know, if you fuck her a lot, eventually that condom gonna come off, man. And you might get her pregnant early and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck all that, man. Stay focused on this bag. There'll be a lot more where boobs come from. You feel what I'm saying? Temporary pleasure. Fuck all that. I want long-term pleasure. I want long-term goals. You know, I want to be able to call the shots and be in control of my own destiny without nobody telling me what to do. Or, you know, I don't want to be limited to just average women. You feel what I'm saying? I want the baddies, man. I want that female that came to Bucks yesterday with them long legs and a nice fat ass. Ooh, man, it was nicely curved up. Bro, she had she was one out of a kind when it came to the body, man. Like, I don't know, maybe because it was just her spandex that she had on, but her ass, her waist, her thighs, and her whole entire legs, it was the best I have seen in months. Okay, you know, just that female that I saw in Starbucks, she was rare. I mean, I looked at it, I saw, holy motherfucking cow. I give it an 8 out of 10, bro. Her body was bad. I mean, bro, she had the most apple bottom you will ever see, bro. It was like a perfect apple. You know, you make you want to just take a bite out of it. You feel me? But I looked at her, and I kept looking, man. My eyes stayed on her ass. My eyes stayed. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. You know, I want access to females like her. Now, was she an 8, 9, or a 10 in the face? No, but I take it she was a 7 in the face, really. You know what I'm saying? Basically, she was little 7 but taller. You know, like, goddamn, girl, you like, man. And I stood by that door, bro. I was hoping that she would throw me a bone or something and look my way, but she didn't do that, man. She kept them eyes forward. You know what I'm saying? You know these females are only checking for Chad and Tyrone. If you're not a Chad or a Tyrone, you ain't getting that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Unless you got some money, like I said. Get the paper right, man. Go years at a time chasing the bag. Years. It don't matter how long it takes. As long as you get there. Anyway, man, I'm about to end this live. I'm done for tonight, bro. I'm always rambling on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Always rambling. Always, you know. Going to my sister's house to have Thanksgiving tomorrow. I want to get some early sleep. I want to sleep early, man. I'm tired. I'm very tired. And the thing is, man, when I make it out of this, man, that's another thing I want to talk about is when I make it out, I'm gonna be like, God damn, I can't believe that being poor and being at the bottom is over in a way. You know what I'm saying? It's over now. I don't have to fucking like beg for pussy anymore. The pussy just comes to me, bro. You know? The coochie comes to me now. I don't have to sit there and beg for pussy no more, like a pussy beggar, or what they call them, right? I don't have to be a pussy beggar no more, man. The coochie just comes to me. I'm never alone. I always got women in my bed. I'm always busting nuts. I'm always having sex. That's the life that I'm looking for right now. You know, never a dry dick. Never jerking off by myself. Always got a woman with me. That's for celebrities, man. Celebrities got good sex lives, man. Celebrity men got good sex lives, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's never ever ever without a woman, brother. They move from woman to woman just like that, bro. That's what I want to be. There's no such thing as a drought because I can make phone calls and come women over whenever I want to. You know what I'm saying? I can have parties with bitches all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that thirsty motherfucker all the time. You know what I'm saying? When I look at Diddy's life, even though, you know, he was crazy and stuff, and he did all them bad things, but when I looked at his lifestyle, Diddy always had hoes around, bro. On vacation and everything. I saw that vacation thing. When he was with Cassie, man, they was on a beach, bro, and they had hoes just laying down, laying around, bro. You know, in the tan shit and bathing suits. They just had hoes with them. There was no thirst for sex. There was no I'm trying to spit game. I'm trying to come pick up artists. No, the hoes were automatically there. They brought hoes with them. You feel what I'm saying? They take care of your sexual needs at all times. You feel what I'm saying? They're partying on the beach like a motherfucker, bro. No, that's what they say. Diddy loved to party and shit. They had salsa music going. You know, they had hoes just laying around. I'm like, God damn, what a fucking life. And one of the guys who they were interviewing, I think it was on Vlad TV or whatever. And this one guy, Vlad, was interviewing. You know, he said that Diddy lived like a king, man. He lived like a motherfucking king. He ate what he want, fucked all kinds of bitches, never had a struggle getting the women. You know what I'm saying? He lived like a king. Only because he stayed focused on his music. I can imagine what he was going through, man. He was probably focused like a motherfucker, bro. Man, he had like laser beam focus. Nothing could fucking get in the middle between him and his dream, bro. Diddy said it himself, man. Everybody's trying to take your dream. Stay focused, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and he got to live like a king because of his focus. You feel what I'm saying? You know, but I gotta go. You guys have a good day. I'm out, man. Peace.